What's going on, people? It's your boy Calwoo, and welcome back to the fourth annual Anime Awards show for planetwu. I appreciate y'all for rocking with us these years that we've been going through all our ups and downs, but we are back with the fourth award show. Just for those who have never watched any of our award shows, we do the best anime from the previous year and only count the brand new ones, no returners. But we also count remakes or redos. So let's dive right into it. So like normal, we're gonna go with like any anime, starting off with the intros, the best intros of 2022. I'll be reading a list for myself and my co-host G Money. G Money, can't join us, here. He's still recovering and gaining his strength back. So shouts out to my man G Money. So I'm gonna start with his list and then kind of bounce back and forth. So G Money's best intro of 2022 is Bloody Powered Fame from the anime Bastard. He pretty much says that he usually isn't a fan of rock themes, but felt the synergy between the instrumental and the vocals of the intro just was perfect, and at that point he couldn't choose any other anime. It was just perfection for him. Me myself, I chose Bad Candy by Yuka D for the anime Doll's Front Line. I just loved everything about that intro, because it has like a dance mix, and then it has this one moment of where like it gets like very hype, and then the beat change up, and then I love the beat switch, and I just feel like the intro meshed the anime well, and it felt very, very powerful at times, even though it still had this like sensual sultriness to it. I loved it. Best main character. G Money's best main character is Sid from Eminence in the Shadows. For G Money, this was a category that was highly contested. He had a couple people in there. He also had Denji in there, for the simple fact that Denji kind of felt like the main character from Desert Punk. So he loved it, but he had to go with Sid, and the reason he went with Sid is because he felt like Sid's interaction with his cast was hilarious, and the simple fact that he was a genius in essence by acting like a weakling and kind of like in key moments made himself look extra weak by putting himself in a terrible position of like getting punched, getting knocked out, getting killed. And not to mention, G Money felt like he had a lot of cold ass one-liners, edgelord one-liners, just all the crazy shit he said. And then not to mention his ultimate attack, Atomic. G Money just felt like that was just such a great thing, and that's why he chose that as his best main character. Me, I chose Kotaro from Kotaro Lives Alone. The reason I chose Kotaro is because I felt like he was a kid that was wise beyond his years. He have a lot of very deep moments where he says stuff that's very profound for somebody his age, and I just felt like the things that he went through, the things that he did, the people that he interacted with, I just loved just Kotaro, just how he does things, and I just felt like out of all the main characters from last year, he had the most depth, and that's why I chose Kotaro. Best side character. G Money chose Aki from Chainsaw Man, and the reason he chose Aki is because he felt like this straight-laced, noble type of guy was a perfect contrast to Denji and the rest of the main cast, who are like crazy, far as like personality, they're very eccentric, and he felt like he was the perfect balance to that cast. And honestly, I can't disagree with him. He's definitely a perfect balance to that cast. For me, I had two choices. It was between Fujo Seiko from Police in a Pod, and who I ultimately chose, which is Ring Ha from Love of Kill. The reason I chose Ring Ha is because in that anime of Love of Kill, to me in 2022, he was the most dynamic side character, as in like, for those that haven't seen it, he was pretty much he's a killer. He's a serial killer, an assassin, ex gang member, and he's being hunted. So the main character is a bounty hunter, And he pretty much had a moment to kill her and goes, yo, I fell in love with you at first sight. I can't kill you. So what I'm ultimately going to do is I'm going to start helping you get all your bounties that you get. And then you're going to thank me by going out on a date with me. And you can't kill me, so you might as well just go ahead and go on this date with me, because that's the only choice I'm giving you. And I just felt like, as crazy and as sick as that is, he's such a dynamic main character or a side character compared to all the other ones from last year. Supporting cast. For best supporting cast, G Money chose Chainsaw Man for the simple fact he loved the cast. And he think Kashiba summed it up the best. In order to fight demons, you have to have a couple screws loose. And he felt like most of that roster was crazy, insane, had their own things, and everybody in that cast got a loose screw or two, hell, 10 most of them. And he just felt like they were quirky, they were skilled, the way they interacted with each other, just the things that made them odd and made them special is what helped bring that cast together. And he just felt like that was just the perfect cast all around last year. And I can't disagree, but that was not my choice. My choice is from the anime Miss Kurotsu from the Monster Development Department. And the reason I chose this cast is because this cast was crazy funny. For those that haven't seen the anime, it is an anime about pretty much an organization that fight Kamen Rider. So it exists in a Kamen Rider universe. And the main character is like the head assistant to the monster development team that make the monsters to fight the Kamen Riders. And I just loved how the department had their own Kamen Rider in a part of Japan, and then there were other organizations all around Japan that had their own set of Kamen Riders that they fought against. And then I just loved how the cast was like, okay, we got our own Kamen Rider. Then it's like the organizations get bigger as you go across the globe, not across the globe, but across Japan. And each one has their own thing and how they interact and how they deal with their Kamen Riders and how they lose and what they try to do. And plus, every time a new monster was created, that added to the supporting cast. And because Miss Kurotsu had a budget, like they had budget cuts, all the monsters were like quirky. Like they had a werewolf that they made to originally start as a guy. So it has like all the personalities of a guy, but it's in a girl's body. Or the Hydra, where it's a girl with a bunch of different tails as Hydra heads, and each one has its own personality and likes and hates and stuff like that. And they talk, and I loved it. And they had like a chicken that had guns and had a scouter, and he just wanted to be normal and didn't want to be a villain. So it just, the cast was hilarious, and I loved how they put it all together. I love that cast so much. Best tactician, me and G Money both shared the same one. We both have Kong Ming from the anime Your Boy Kong Ming as the best tactician in 2022. That was easy, no contest. G Money felt it was Kong Ming for the simple fact of how he used his strategies to not only help out the main character Eiko, but help out Kabe Taijin, which is a battle rapper in anime, and how he used those Legend of the Three Kingdom tactics for those that are familiar, and use those same war tactics and help push people through music or help them overcome personal challenges. And honestly, that's the same reason I chose Kong Ming. Just the tactics that he used, and he pretty much like named those tactics in that war that he used, and then pretty much like once he executed, explained how he executed it. And the simple fact that he stole the spotlight from a major record label and then used that to help his artist and kind of spun it was so genius to me. And as a guy that is in the music industry, and I've been doing music for quite some time, it's one of those things where I'm like, I was enthralled and like in awe of just his genius. And it's like, man, I wish I could do things like that, but this is the anime world and this is the real world, and they don't coincide. But I did learn a couple things that I can apply, and I will be applying in the future. So that's why I had to choose Kong Ming, because it's, like I said, it's great. And the last category is waifus. G Money had a hard time. He had a tight race between three different characters. It was Pawu, Tokime, and Yor. But ultimately, he chose Tokime from Futo Pai, which is another anime that exists in the Kamen Rider universe. Um, he chose Tokime because he says that she was mysterious, she had a charm about her, she was seductive, and just once you got to know her, she had an air of courage and nobility about her. And not to mention with the animation on how they did her, like, and with her having the silver hair, she was just beautiful altogether. And I can't disagree. She was one of my characters that I had up there to possibly be waifu of 2022 for me. For the same exact reasons, her mystery, her awe, and just how they introduced her. They introduced her just made you go, wow. If you've seen a woman like that in real life just appear, you would just be in awe and infatuated and want to like see her all the time. And they did a really good job of introducing her character. But for me, I chose Pawu from Sabakui Bisco. Uh, what can I say? Pawu is mommy. Yes, she is strong. She's powerful. And just like anything you could think of that just like embodies like a badass female character, that is what Pawu is. And then I love where they had moments where they kind of showed a soft side to her, especially when it came to her brother, and came to the main character that she eventually fell in love with. And it was kind of like one of those things where she was like, listen, I'm a badass, but I love you though. I'm gonna be soft for you. So you know what I'm saying? So you need to come back alive from this last little imminent battle that you're gonna go to. Cause yeah, you're gonna be the man of my children. You're gonna be the husband to my children. You're gonna help me sire in a new nation of strength. And I just love that. That made me fall in love with Paul. And she one of those chicks that is very beautiful but don't know that she's beautiful. That low key beauty is something about it that kind of just made me go crazy and kind of attract me to characters and the people in real life as well. Like just that low key beauty. I love it. I'm a sucker for it. Can't even lie. And yeah, that's pretty much it. We'll be doing this in parts and posting throughout the week. Yeah, once again, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us at Cal Wu, at Planet Wu. I mean, we appreciate y'all for rocking with us. And my name is Cal Wu. And yeah, if you haven't already, check out the website. I'm gonna put the link in below. We have merch there. I'll be wearing some of our merch during this award show. We also do articles. We take suggestions. We'll be bringing back Throne of Nerds, which is our anime game show. So if you're interested in participating, sign up. There's a sign up sheet on the Throne of Nerds. We'll be giving away cash prizes at the end for the champion. We'll be live streaming the event. So yeah, so pretty much you got to be on camera. So yeah, so if you're interested, just reach out to us and I will get back in contact with you and let you know what's going on. And when I say cash prizes, I don't mean on rinky dink $20. Not even a rinky dink $100. It's more than that. So holla at us. And once again, this is Calvin from Planet Wu. I appreciate y'all. Signing off. Peace.